Okay, for the average influencer, influencer managers are completely out and influencers assistants are in. Let me explain. Okay, so influencer managers typically take 20% of any collaboration that they coordinate, right? However, they're also taking 20% of inbound collaborations. So if someone were to reach out to me and say, hey Jessica, we want to pay you $1,000 for this collaboration, and I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do it. My manager is still going to take that 20%, and all of a sudden now I'm only getting $800. And in my experience, managers are really only managing the inbound collaborations versus going out there and getting me collabs that I can't get myself. They're typically managing 20, 30, 40, 50 influencers on their roster. So it's really hard to get a hold of them and also feel like I'm getting that one-on-one experience and like they're actually catering to me and my brand and helping me build my brand. Also, when I had managers in the past, I had to constantly ask if the brand had approved the content, if they had any edits on the captions. I would constantly have to follow up on seeing where my money was, when the invoice was sent, seeing when I'm receiving payment, all these different things. I was constantly left in the dark. Switching over to a certified influencer's assistant was probably the best thing that I could do for my brand as an influencer, and let me tell you why. Well, I pay my assistant hourly and she works around 10 hours a week, sometimes 8, sometimes 15. It depends really on what that week looks like. And I love having that flexibility with her. And additionally, on like Mondays and Tuesdays, she's doing brand outreach. So these are brands that I'm sending her and brands that she's finding that she thinks are aligned with my lifestyle. And we're reaching out and she's pitching me and trying to get me additional collabs. Also, if you're a control freak like me, then it's absolutely perfect for you because I constantly know and I'm up to date on every collaboration that I have going and know exactly where everything's at versus having to text my manager and waiting days and days for a response on the content. She constantly is updating me, and we also have a Trello board where everything is kind of organized and I can just go in there and she's constantly updating it and making sure that I am up to speed on everything. Not to mention, she really helps me build my brand as well. Like my manager wasn't sending me trending TikToks to do that I could repurpose and like make sense for my brand versus my assistant sends me a shot list every week of content that she thinks would perform well on my account, things that I should recreate, and helps me with things like mood boards and shot lists and all of these things. And honestly, after getting a certified influencer's assistant, I will never be going back.